Uh, what's up? I want to talk about pride today, and not the pride you're probably thinking about in modern times, LGBTQ. No, I want to talk about actually taking pride in your work and stuff like that. Well, not yeah, I guess that. So let me tell you a story. It's I think around December of 2022. Yeah, so a little over a year ago now, but I've been in the gym for 4 months and I'm finally starting to see some progression. And I remember being super confident, and that really never happened to me before. I had like waves of it, but it was like steady confidence building up because this was the first time I actually put in a lot of work for something and I was seeing results, and it was very cool. But I started to think I was better than everyone else in a sort of way. When it came to fitness, I didn't think I was smarter than anyone or something like that. But I really thought like I'm seeing progress. I know everything. I don't need to take advice. And that ended up costing me big time because I thought um, I built a decent amount of muscle. I'm gonna cut and look like a skinny Jack Chad, and that was the exact opposite. I really needed the bulk some more because I did end up cutting, and I think that wasted a lot of my progression because when I did cut, I didn't really have any muscle to show for it, and I just was skinny fat all over again. So it was kind of like a waste of time. Yeah, I did put on some more muscle, but the moral of the story is don't become too prideful. I think I also remember in the Bible, Genesis, I don't know what number it was, but I remember the Tower of Babel, or Babel, however you say it, I really don't know. But they were the people there. It was after Noah's Ark, and they were creating a great civilization, and they built a tower, and a great giant tower. And I think there were two reasons for this. I think one was trying to like outsmart God by being like, haha, we're too high up now. Um, Next time you try to flood the earth, it's not gonna work. And number two, it was kind of like the show that they were on the same level as God, pretty much. And what do you know? He came down and he saw it, so he created different languages and spread them all out, spread all the people out. And I think that's a great lesson, and it shows that you can never be too prideful. I think you can be confident. You definitely could be confident. You have the right to be confident, but there's a fine line because once you become too confident and you think you're better than everyone else, or you think you're equal to God, you're really making an ass out of yourself. I'm not gonna lie. Like, everyone's like maybe you are the shit, but you're really not. Um, and once you think you're better than anyone else, how are you gonna learn? Because you should always, 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 you should always stay learning, no matter what. And if you think you're better than anyone else, you're not gonna learn. There's a lot of times in my work where there have been guys who've been working in the plumbing field for like 20, 25 years, and there's been an apprentice. He's year one, two, or three. The dude's got 20 plus years on him, and he's learned something from him. And now there are some cases where these older guys they don't want to do the young guys. They learned it their way, and that's fine. But the young guys they come in, they know some new tricks, and it just makes the job faster. But the old guys, they want to do it their way, and I think that's a sign of being like too prideful in a way. Um, it's like saying, "Yeah, I'm better than you just because I have more experience." I think you're kind of screwing yourself over if you're too prideful. You know what I mean? I mean, look at anyone, for example. Look at Bill Gates and people like that. Or actually, no. A better example would be, I think it was Andrew Carnegie. He was, I don't know how much his net worth was, but he was a pretty wealthy dude, and he knew nothing about steel. He knew nothing about machines, and he always stayed learning. I could be making a dumbass out of myself. I should probably look this up if Andrew Carnegie was the guy who did the steel. I'm pretty sure he was, because Napoleon Hill was one of his disciples or whatever, his apprentices or whatever. But he knew nothing about steel, and any chance he could get, he would learn things about steel because he realized to run this operation, this giant operation, he has to know something. So, and he was world famous. I think I remember reading in How to Win Friends and Influence People, a lot of his workers actually supported him and were really shocked and flabbergasted that the man of the company is coming down, the head of the company is coming down to work with like what people see as the peasants, and they're coming to work with him. So that's another thing about being too prideful. You often disassociate yourself with people and they start to have a disdain for you. They don't respect you. If you come off you looking like a douchebag, like I'm better than everyone here, and being too prideful, they're not gonna respect you, man. They're gonna think, who's this piece of shit? Um, but you have the right to be confident, like I said earlier. If you've worked your butt off, you you deserve it. Like if you've been in the gym for a year, you get a 6 pack, you can bench 225. Yeah, you deserve a little swagger. But don't let it go over your head, man. You still got a lot to learn. And I think as I go more on this self improvement journey, I start to realize the more I think I know, the really less I know. For workouts, for example, when I was prideful, I thought I knew everything. I thought I knew like everything about muscle building. But now, as I start to learn even more about it and start to take a step back and realize I don't know nothing, I realize I really don't know nothing. Like, yeah, I know how to bulk and how to cut and how to properly build muscle and all that crap. But what about in a few years? What if I want to do calisthenics? Or what if my shoulder hurts? Like, I remember a couple months back, my shoulder was injured, and it was opening up a whole new world because I really knew nothing about resistance training. And there was a video of Sam Sulek. He was saying something about crunchy shoulders. Like, that's what I had. I know that's not the proper scientific term, but that was something I had, and it was kind of cool seeing like this whole new world of fitness. And even though I thought I knew everything, when I opened my mind and horizon expanded, it goes on forever and ever. And that's something cool. If you're always stay learning, if you're always open to try new things and just be open minded and learn and hear from people, you may not agree with their perspectives, but you can be enlightened by them. And I think that's one good thing. And just one more comment I want to say about being confident in what you deserve. The way I look at it is, yes, you can have the right to be confident, but never forget who put you in that situation. God did. For example, when I was building the muscle in the gym and I was egotistical back then, you got to realize and think to yourself, who who bought you this gym membership? Your dad. Yeah, you're not even paying for the damn gym membership. And who gave your dad this good job? Who gave you this house? Who gave your dad the opportunity? Him. And you can go back in time, and it was really God's blessings. He blessed my family. I could be in India working for $1 a day, but no, I live in a great neighborhood, a great house, good family. And it comes back to me now. Who gave you the opportunity to go to the gym? Who gave you the hardships that motivated you to go to the gym? Who helped you with the discipline? Yeah, that's right. God and Jesus did. So, moral of the story is don't become too prideful, and always remember that you're here because of God.